Hello everybody, I'll say aloha, but it's with a heavy heart. Yesterday we're returning to the scene of the crime. Yesterday here, there was a crime that was committed, but it wasn't by we the people, it was by our public servants.
Everybody should join the field.
Yesterday there was a protest against multiple things: the lockdown, forced vaccination, medical tyranny. And what happened that day is there was a peaceful gathering, and it wasn't just dozens of people. I think it's fair to say that there was probably hundreds of people here, and we were all gathered here for hours with no conflicts, no problems whatsoever. And behind me is where the stage was set up. And so yesterday we had guest speakers from the mainland, anywhere from constitutional sheriff. We had discussions regarding protecting the children, medical tyranny. We talked about real science, and just engaged in First Amendment constitutionally protected speech. There was no hate speech. It was bipartisan. They even had a member from the Democratic Party here speaking about how his colleagues just want to force mask mandates, and it's not law. And at that point in time, about, I would say, probably 2 hours into our peaceful gathering, Honolulu Police Department showed up and started swarming around us. There was at least, I don't know, you're not allowed to park on the grass, but I guess that doesn't matter to them. There was at least a dozen cop cars parked here all around us, and they were huddling up in groups. It looked like mostly under 10, so I guess that's okay. But they were here, and they surrounded and told us to disperse when we were just simply out in the great outdoors, sucking up some sunshine and enjoying the great outdoors, and just enjoying our rights to gather as a people like real normal. And apparently the new normal doesn't allow that, and it's just going to get worse with time. So that's why we're doing it. We want people to stand up and speak out when we see something wrong, and there was a wrong that happened. There was wrongdoers. Unfortunately, that was the HPD. They came here and started going around telling everybody to put on a mask, socially distance. None of them are medical doctors, and a mandate isn't law.
The cops are trying to break up this, they say, unlawful assembly.
Good afternoon, this is the Honolulu Police Department. Please be in accordance with all mask regulations and gathering sizes. Please not gather in groups of 10 or more. Please separate if you're gathering closer than 10.
Thank you for coming out.
Thank you.
Just to remind you, if you need to use the rest prize giveaways, one that was not announced previously, but Children's Health Defense is actually giving away donating an event, I should say, with our next speaker. It is a canoe surf ride with Del Bigtree. Now, in order to be entered into this, you need to go to the Children's Health Defense website, which is hi.childrenshealthdefense.org.
They have medical issues. Yeah, they don't need masks. Yeah, okay, thank you.
Officer, who's breaking this up?
We're not breaking it up. Long as they abide by the mayor's orders, 10 in a group, we got no problem. And they wear masks. We got no problem. Yeah. Yeah.
Is it Rick Blangiardi or?
Well, I don't know. Somebody from the community called and complained. Yeah. So we're good. Long as everybody's in tents and spread out, we're good. You guys can do your...
Okay, as long as we stay 6 feet apart.
Yeah, and in groups of tens, in clusters of tens, we're good.
Donner.
Yeah.
All right, there we go.
Like people are spread out, we're good.
You know, the best thing that happened was when Susan Ballard put an end to the COVID task force, because you guys should spend your resources, on crime and stuff. We're sorry that you you guys are mandated to, enforce ridiculous rules that don't matter, that don't make a difference to the community. So sorry that,
573-070.
the mayor was making you folks
Come on up.
It's ridiculous.
And go to the
Anyways, everybody wants to back the blue, but
middle tent.
you see what's going on. They're trying to cause division between citizens and the police.
Well, that's why, as long as everybody social distancing and we're all good.
And we have Clean House Hawaii. We went for all of them. Before we had Sheriff Nick over at the speaker table. Our next speaker. For a lot of you who may not need an introduction, we can start with a quote by him. This is a quote from our next speaker. He once said, quote, "Our founding fathers fought against tyranny to realize the dream of a great and free nation.
Good job.
It is time for the free people of the greatest nation on earth to stand up for our freedom, to choose what's healthy for our own bodies, before the industrial, agricultural, and pharmaceutical industries pass laws that force those decisions upon."
I really do want to thank the officers, because look how ridiculous their job is now. They've got to walk up to crowds like this and try to make sense out of something that makes absolutely zero scientific sense at all. Right? No sense whatsoever. You're not going to get the vaccine. And they can pummel you with 5 commercials every commercial break. I think all it's going to do is make you decide to use a movie, watch a movie or something else. Hold on a second.
Wear a face mask when within 6 feet of other individuals. You're not compliant with their Thank you. We have
We are assembling in protest against bad science. Free it up! Free it up! Shame! 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 It's an amazing job you do. We respect you. And we respect that you take orders.
I like the sign, brother.
Thank you.
Second Amendment.
Yes, sir.
But we already have brought 2 lawsuits, and the first lawsuit is in appeals right now, and that is in state court, and we are challenging the legality of the emergency orders because our Hawaii law says there is a 60-day time limit that the governor gets to be a dictator, and he has far exceeded that right to be a dictator. And no matter what kind of virus might be, no matter if there is a true emergency, which we all know there's not, because COVID-19 is not a deadly disease, it's a business plan. But even if there was an emergency, that does not cancel the Constitution. And the Constitution stands above all else as the supreme law of the land. And as good law-abiding citizens, we are supposed to deny any laws, rules, mandates, orders that violate the Constitution. We should not be submitting at all.
Right? TikToks, yeah? Wow, I guess you're having too much fun. Too much fun we're having, man. Wow. Oh. Wow, because we're having laughter. Oh, please, please don't shoot the tear gas. That's where it's coming down to, man. We've never had the brothers' performance broken up by the Popo before. But these are our brothers. We must respect them. We respect them. We have the right to assemble peacefully. But these are our brothers in blue. So we respect them as well. No disrespect. No disrespect. But I will say this. There's about 2 to 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8,000 people on the beach. A lot closer than you are right now. So, on the beach. Now, let me ask you one question. The people that are wearing the mask, would you go into surgery with that mask? Would you? I'm just asking. Just asking. I'm just asking. Yeah, don't shoot the messenger, right? I'm just ask you a simple question, yeah? You're gonna go open heart surgery and you want to get a mask? Oh my God. Starting next year, we got N95, 96, 97, 98, all for sale. Yes. 100. Yeah, and 100, 2 for dollar. And very nice, man. Welcome, Chinese people. Vietnamese in the house. I got one over here, Vietnamese. We like to welcome the Vietnamese people. Dabong, sat, badun, bing, bang, I drink bubble drink. I think this is
Final
for the
warning, in
right
accordance with Mayor's Rules 127 Alpha 25, you must be in compliance with social distancing regulations. You must not be in groups larger than 10. You must wear a face mask when within 6 feet of other individuals.
Family, so just, we're all calm and we're all representing peace and aloha. But if anything should happen, please be in groups of 10 and please make sure your mask is on. But we do have a religious exemption, many of us, and this is a peaceful rally and protest. You are covered by the Constitution of the United States of America, the freedom of assembly, the freedom of the right to protest, the freedom of speech.
Yeah, we would also like to pass around the offering bowl right now to make it official. And if anybody needs prayer, just come over here and we'll be more than happy to pray for you.
I am
because
a prayer warrior.
Let me tell you right now, prayer is the difference. Don't forget it. We're not trying to, make a whole thing of this, but we will be respectful as best we can.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
We also have news crews. Thank you so much to KITV and several other news crews. We're also...
Let's just say the news crews are here and leave it the Pokemon crews. Yeah. That's how you know it's a fun.
Speaking as our final speaker today, Bud Stonebreaker, groups of 10 and with your mask on. Bud Stonebreaker number 78. 2 entrees to donor. You know what? Most brave people I know in the state of Hawaii has to be one haole guy from the North Shore, and he runs for mayor of the city and county of Honolulu. And I went to the very first day when he announced that he was running for mayor, and he said, you know what, Rick Blangiardi, I know he comes out of the news, but he can go ahead and run my PR for our campaign. I thought that was very gutsy. And he said, and I also call out Kim Pine. I know she's got some experience at the city council, so she can come down. But today, can you, as we are being surrounded and embraced by our blue and whites, can you give a big aloha applause to a brave, brave man leading the Aloha Freedom Coalition, Pastor Bud Stonebreaker of Calvary Chapel, a true champion of the people and a great man of faith.
Hello everybody, now is the time to let your light shine in the dark world.
Shame on you guys, bro. Shame on you guys, bro. Right on, brother.
Away. Shame. 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 You're enforcing a narrative that is inhumane. Please do not do this to the people of Hawaii. Please, ladies and gentlemen, please do not enforce mandates that are cruel and inhumane on the people of Hawaii.
Solve some actual crime. What are you doing here? You don't belong here.
My friends, about a year ago, I decided to, as an act of protest, run for office. I am a pastor by trade, and my job is primarily to teach people God's Word and to offer assistance and protection. And when I saw these narratives begin to unfold and I saw the deception that was being used with the numbers, I realized I did not want the people of my community to be subjected to these cruel and inhumane mandates and protocol. And so as a platform, I chose to run for office.
Leave him alone, cuz. Get out of here, bro.
Don't give them your names, everybody.
Yeah, don't even accept the ticket.
Be peaceful at all times.
They weren't standing by anybody.
Officer, remember your oath. Officer, remember your oath. Officers, 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 remember your oath.
Would you join me in prayer for our men and women in blue?
Your oath is to the Constitution.
The Bible tells us that law enforcement is an agency that is given by God, but the agency is to execute righteousness and restrain evil. But it is not to execute those who are doing righteous things. Gathering and showing aloha to one another should never, ever be criminalized. And this is why we are here today. Do not criminalize aloha. Do not criminalize aloha. Do not allow the people of Hawaii to be segregated. Please show restraint. Please show restraint. Do not touch the police officers, please.
Where's the kids? She's got 2 kids and they're fucking She has children here with them. You have so little respect for your oath. Oh my God. You know?
Where's your kids?
Right there. Shameful. This is shameful, man. How can you do this? If somebody told me I had to violate another human being to keep my job, I would leave. What does it say? What does it say about how honorable your profession is? You're kidnapping somebody's children and lost in the park. Jesus Christ!
We're not rioting.
Stop walking away!
So even though this happened, it's not going to deter the people, and if anything, it's probably going to motivate more people. So bring it. What happened that I saw yesterday was horrible. The police decided to go. It's kind of like a pack of wild dogs going after the weakest. I saw them approach I believe husband and wife and their children, and was telling them to put on a mask and asking for ID. And Amy was the name of the lady that was arrested yesterday. And I need to make this very clear to everybody. The police have to suspect you of committing a crime, and they have to articulate what crime they suspect you of committing. So she was well within her rights not to provide identification for not wearing a face covering. This is not normal. The new normal, there's nothing normal about it. And so she was standing up for her rights. And they ended up basically arresting her because she refused to present ID. Like I said, you have to be suspected of committing a crime. Mandates are not crime. Crime involves an injured party. The only party that was injured was Amy when she was assaulted by our public servants. This has to stop. This will not be another Australia. This will not be another Ireland. This will not be another England. This will not look like Myanmar. Okay, we are not going to put up with this, and we're going to do it legally and lawfully. And I guarantee you, there's a lawsuit coming in real quick, and plenty more to follow. So I'll just show you real quick. Right back here behind me is where the stage was, where everybody was set up. And then if you'll follow me, we were basically, there was tents and people everywhere. I'm sure you'll see in the other videos, but it was roughly this area right here where she was standing with 2 children and I believe her husband, and there was 2 or 3 kids, and they came up and they surrounded her. So where's the sense in saying you have to socially distance? And yet the police officers wrote the tickets within feet, right? They were face to face with them. What's your name? Where you at? And at that point in time, they surrounded her, and it was right about here where she started to resist, because that's her lawful right. She's not suspected of a crime. And she was thrown to the ground for defending her rights. And then I witnessed, as well as a lot of people did, and I'm willing to testify to the fact, that as she was thrown down, that a male police officer put his knee on her neck. And then other officers, complicit in the crime, surrounded them to block the view of this injustice. But you know what was there? A lot of unblinking eyes. A lot of cameras were on them. And then they hauled her off back there where the cars were lined up and the wall of police officers. And then they took her away and separated her from the children. And that was my biggest concern, is you guys are separating a mother from their children, and you don't care who's in charge. Not a single one of them could point to who was in charge. So we're gonna ask you, Susan Ballard, Chief of Police, you're ultimately responsible for your police officers' actions. So we're gonna be looking forward to what you have to say. And it's we the people, not some pre-scripted script that you're gonna hand off to KITV or some other local news station. We're gonna seek answers. And I guarantee you there's lawsuits coming. And this ain't gonna stop. We're gonna keep doing this. And please, everybody, look up Clean House Hawaii. It's time to clean house. Also, subscribe to multiple channels, local channels. Stop getting your media from other places. Stop getting it from the mainstream. So check out our channel, pass it on, spread the word, because the censorship is going strong. They're gonna try to shut us all down. So it's now or never, people. Just do it lawfully, do it right. And other than that, God bless. Thank you, everybody. Oh, one more thing. The thing that you're gonna miss on all the videos, I'm sure hopefully some have it, but in the beginning we had Tahitian, we had hula, we had dancers, we had a prayer in the, it was just wonderful. And you know why it didn't get shut down? Because it looked like a tourist attraction. And then once we started talking about the medical tyranny, that's when they showed up. All right, God bless everyone. Much aloha. I can't breathe in this thing. Why does anybody fall for the shit?
Mayor Caldwell is throwing his support behind Governor Ige. The governor has announced he plans to run for re-election next year, and Mayor Caldwell says he supports him.
He's very process-driven, but he does do things, and he does it in a way that reflects the values of this community. I think we need folks like that. I think he's solid.